All right, let's see if we can do local multiplayer split screen using built-in Unity components and Playmaker. Let's create a playground and a character. All right, we got a ground, we got a player capsule, and he's even got eyeballs on the front of him, but we're probably not going to see them. We're going to add a player input component to the player root, and then we're going to find an input action set, which I'm just going to use those. And my default scheme, I'm going to choose, this doesn't really matter, I'm going to choose keyboard and mouse. I'm going to disable auto switch because you don't want that for local multiplayer. Then we have the default map, which we only have player or UI. So we're going to stick with player. And then it also needs to know what camera it has. So then let's set up logic to move the player. All right, so we have a player input get move vector action. I chose my player move action. XZ plane was the default. Relative, I'm doing it relative to the camera, but you can also do it relative to itself. No multiplier here because I'm going to put speed on the controller simple move. There I'm using the move vector, and I think self space is what I want. Let's hit play and try it out. And it's working. We can do one more thing, I think. And let's see if this works. It's been a while since I've set up a character controller, but we're going to have the capsule, which is basically the avatar of the player, look in the move direction. And we're doing it as fast as possible at 15. And it's going to keep it vertical, so this should just work, I hope. Alright, here you can see the player is now looking in the direction that we are moving. And you can tell we're moving still really super slow. Let's go 6. Let's go super fast. Yeah, I like 6. I mean, this is a 50-meter cube ground. But yeah, great. Next step. I set that back to 6 when I'm not in play mode. And I'm going to go project. And this is a real project, so Alt-click, collapse all that. I'm just going to drag this player into my assets folder. And I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to go create empty, and this is going to be our player manager. And I'm going to go ahead and right click and reset transform, add component, player input manager. And what are we going to do? Let's just leave the join behavior on join players and button is pressed. That's any random button. And then let's find a player. And is it that guy? That looks like him. And I'm not going to limit any number of players. Let's go ahead and enable split screen. And I think technically that would work, except we need another input type. All right, so in my input actions, I need to make sure that my move has the option for gamepad. Oh, great, it does. Cool. So I've plugged in my gamepad. You can see joystick connected. It's got a controller gamepad that's set up similar to Windows. So now if I come to my player manager, I think this will just work. I've honestly never done this before. I just watched a 12-minute C# tutorial. Let's see if we can do it. So I'm going to hit play. And it automatically spawned one. And I am moving him with my keyboard. And then, so what happens now if I push a button on my gamepad? Holy cow! It just stinking works! That's amazing! Wow!